Because this is 12 bucks, this is 90 bucks, still dripping. Again, now because we disconnected it, it's kind of on us. Theoretically, you can sand this and polish, but I would never do that. And it leaked, and I had to replace the floor. Good for you to watch, so if you have the same problem, so you know what to do. When you lay timber floors, please make sure you have insurance. But once we start pulling this all up, there's a big chance that other locks will crack and break. So see, it slides out. Welcome back to another BTS. We're in the rush today, so I have only 2 hours to get it all done. So first of all, I need to grab the sausage gun from Bunnings instead, because I have my Sika sausage gun, but I've lost the top cap, because I need to go and do some repairs for you, which this video will be very practical for you. So we're gonna go and see the factory pocket just to check it out, how everything's going, insurance job, and then we're gonna go and I'll do some repair at Chapel Hill. One of my ice hockey mates, he asked me to see what can be done with his laminate flooring. But stay tuned, we'll see you then. Because I have this gun, but again, I need this top part. Most likely I have to order online or buy another one, and then, yeah. Because this is 12 bucks, this is 90 bucks. That's the same idea, but 10 times more almost. Which one? Because that won't last long. That's why it's 12 bucks. This is like forever gun. Let's go for this one anyway.
But then I turned it off for, I don't know, like 20 minutes, and then I heard that dripping again, and that turned on, and it was like fucking coming out like normal.
All right, we're at factory pocket. This is the insurance job. So here, as you can see, we're laying engineered timber flooring, but it's floating, so with underlay. So how it's done is that, what happened here, see that a repair on the wall. So we laid flooring in 2018, and then they had a leak, a bathroom leak, so it damaged mainly this dining area here, the living space. And insurance just said, well, yeah, okay, we have to cover the whole lot, because now we couldn't get the same flooring, we couldn't supply same flooring, because back then 2018 or 19 we did this one, that flooring, we can't get that anymore. So we've gone for like, and the installation here is a like for like as well. Because usually when we're doing engineered timber flooring, we direct stick it in 95% of our jobs. But here, because it's insurance, they want, as I said, like for like. And we're going floating floor here. So engineered floating. So here, like when you walk on it, it's quiet. Because first of all, it's a good product. And second one is because of the locking system. I'll show you. Because of the locking system. So once it's locked, there's no movement. Because that's a kind of a trick for you as well, tip and trick. So when you have to lay engineered board floating, maybe slightly better just to get the locking system in. Because if you're gonna go for tongue and groove, yes, you have to glue them together with PVA, but they still can be a little bit noisy when you walk on it. So with this product, going floating, at least it doesn't crack. So when you walk on it, it doesn't crack. So it's nice and quiet. But the difference between this one, so see, like another tip and trick for you, how to find out if your flooring is floating or glue down. Just tap. See how hollow this sound? You can't get rid of this. That's the hollow sound, but at least it's quiet. So if you drop things, you will hear, but at least when you walk, it doesn't crack, which is the main reason why we don't do floating floor. But this one here, again, as I said in my previous videos, once you lay engineered timber flooring floating, theoretically you can sand this and polish, but I would never do that. because there's too much hollow in between your concrete and your engineered board. And when you get the sanding machine out, it's too much vibration. It's gonna be too hard to sand and very easy to damage your floor that way that there's no way back. You have to replace it. So if you're doing DIY, try. If you ask us to do it, sand floating floor, no thank you. And obviously, as you can see, underlay, concrete underlay, engineered floorboards, skirting boards off. Pretty simple. And another thing is that what we had here is the dishwasher. So what happened here is removalists, they said, yeah, we can take it out, but we're not gonna disconnect it. So we did disconnect it and it's leaking again. That's the thing, another. So when you're preparing for timber floors to be installed, get the plumber out, get him to disconnect, take the dishwasher, fridge out, then we do your flooring and then get him back to connect it. Because see, we did disconnect, we had to even close the main valve on the street there, but it's still dripping. So again, now because we disconnected it, it's kind of on us. Now we have to figure out something like, okay, what we're doing, what it's still leaking, like, okay, plumber, who luckily it's an insurance job, we have a builder here. So we did call him this morning saying, well, we can't stop the leaking, so can you get a plumber here? So plumber is on its way. So at least this is kind of an easy fix, but if would be any builder involved and something like this happened over weekend, it will be flooded again. That's why we don't like to disconnect and we never connect, because I've been burned a few times when client asked me to, please, well, I don't want to get plumber here. Okay, can you connect it? It's just a few pipes here and there. And it leaked and I had to replace the floor. So after that, I said to all my guys that, no, thank you. Never again. If a client will ask you to connect it, do not connect, no matter what, because it's going to be on us. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Looking good. Finishing Monday, Tuesday. So we're using same skirting boards. So what's happening is then the builder will organize a paint it. The removalist will bring all the furniture back in, and yeah. So again, I keep repeating all that. When you lay timber floors, please make sure you have insurance. Just pause it now. Take your paperwork from your insurance and read it. The fine print. Are you covered for timber floors or not? Because as I said, they're usually saying, yeah, you're covered, but you're covered for tiles, you're covered for skirting boards, you're covered for plasterboard, you're covered for carpet, because that's cheap, easy fix. When you damage your timber floors, it's tens of thousands of dollars. That's why they don't like to cover. So make sure you have your insurance covering you for timber floors. It should state in your policy, timber floors. I will repeat this again and again, because again, we have so many, because we're doing a lot of insurance jobs and half of them is insurance paying and half of them client paying for them. Like I had one, a couple weeks ago, I've inspected one lady. She was paying 30 years insurance. I'm not gonna say any names, but she was paying 30 years insurance, contents insurance, and when she had a leak from outside, they say, oh, sorry, you're not covered for timber floors. Yes, you're covered for skirting boards, yes, you're covered for doors, yes, you're covered for windows, but not for timber floors. And now we're kind of going through the process, okay, what we can do, how can we help her? Because it's a big one. It's like, yeah, I would say $20,000, $30,000 job, and insurance obviously doesn't want to pay for it. So just make sure you have the insurance covered. Anyway, looking good here. I'll grab some samples to your showroom because this is a good product. Quick step, Faro, with the extra layer of easy clean protection. Very easy to clean. surface waterproof and watertight locking system. So yeah, let's go and what's that next one? Chapel Hill. Come on. We're at Chapel Hill here, so we're just gonna go and I'll explain you what we're doing. So we're doing a small repair. It will be very educational and very good for you to watch. So if you have the same problem, so you know what to do. So tools we need: knife, crowbar, some sort of. Obviously, I already said to you that this is my gun, but we've lost the cap, so I had to go with the new one. A blocker that when we need to hit the floorboards, then we can hit the block, not the flooring, because you can damage flooring. I'll show you that in a sec. But yeah, let's go have a look first what needs to be done. I'll get the knife first. Okay, let's go. So what we're having here is a floating floor, a laminate flooring from Masters back in the days. So see, because it's a Masters and it's like a very, very cheap flooring, and that's why I'm kind of saying to you that if you're laying any flooring, then just please pay attention to what you're buying, because like let's say no-name Masters or Bunnings flooring, the lifetime of this floor is about 3-5 years, and then it starts to slide around. The locking system cracks, and then it becomes a very trip hazard. So what's happening here now? So someone did a DIY job here. So what they did is just they've laid flooring, and they didn't know how to finish. So they just took trim from Bunnings and just glued it to surface of the flooring board, which is floating boards. It's not stable. So obviously in 6-12 months time, once you have those movements, that will always come off. That's why it's like now client didn't know what to do, and then we didn't do this job. It's just that he's my ice hockey buddy. We play ice hockey together, but I'm just here to help him because again he bought this one and is like, okay, well, there's a few trip hazards here. So I said, okay, I can come out and based on your story, I can show you as well. So you're aware of what can be done and how can it be fixed for now. Of course, later years by, then yeah, maybe it needs to be replacement, because all the locks as they go, they will start open up, and there's not much you can do when you have too many open boards. But what's happened here is obviously the trip hazard here. So see, yeah, have a look at this one here. So that's the gap they're getting now. So this is when it slides. So see, it slides out. So actually it becomes a trip hazard when you come down, and then you just run with, like when you come down, it's kind of becomes a trip hazard. So he tried to fix it himself, just to try and lock the two boards together, but it will never work, because the amount of pressure and locking system, the MDF locking system, it's now, we need to do it other way. So we need to lock it and then see, yeah, have a look this one here. So see what's happening here. So it tells me exactly that this is a DIY story here. So we need, okay, that's a kind of, it's just sitting here with no glue, with nothing. That's why it's kind of pushes these floorboards out. So now, yeah, see, it's all lifting and all that. So what we're now trying to do is I'll go and grab the crowbar and trying to lift this as much as we can, get rid of that underlay, and then pump some glue and put this one back in and put some heavy stuff on top. At least this boards will hold, so when you come down the stairs, it doesn't slide anymore. It's not the right way to do, glue down or put some dots of glue on a floating floor, but it is what it is. We have to make it happen. As I said, it's a kind of a trip hazard now. So, and obviously to fix this trim, we'll have to cut all the underlay and make sure we're gluing trim to concrete, not to floating floor. That way it will stay a lot longer. So first of all, we'll make sure that This is all nice and locked, so there's all that, because this part will hold now the whole floor. Yeah, it's not ideal, but yeah, it is what it is, because again, this is a very old flooring. Master doesn't exist now, and we can't get this floor anymore, so we'll have to, and we don't even have a spare plank, so we'll just have to work with what we've got. So what I'm gonna do is just lift this as much as I can, and not to break the lock, and try and get that underlay so we have access. So I can pump glue in there and it will hold. Because whatever you're gluing to underlay, there's no point. That's what it's done here before. So we need to make sure that everything what we do is we glue to subfloor. It's not quite easy to get here. Ideally, what the right way to fix this is to pull this all up, this section here, because it's just a hallway here, and redo it, relay it. But once we start pulling this all up, there's a big chance that other locks will crack and break in the existing floorboards, and we don't have any single board to replace, so we can't afford to break even a single one. I think that's should be. Just make sure everything is in place. So I'm gonna pump glue as much as I can. To see what I've done, I've cleaned the underlay from the bottom, so at least we have like an inch, 10 millimeters of clean surface here and concrete here. So when the special glue, a Sika special flooring glue, the best you can get, Sika Flex T55J, you can get it from Bunnings, from flooring section, because this is the glue that allows you, so keeps these two surfaces together, but it's a little bit, gives that movement. That's glue what we're using for surfaces. So what we're doing here now, we have to pump as much glue as we can. And then once we've done, we'll just ask for some heavy things to hold it down for maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. The longer the better. Okay. And now put that. Okay, that's how. Okay, that's in here like this. So we're gonna put a bit of glue here. Because that trim is been used so many times, been falling off so many times, it's bent. So now it's quite hard to slide that one in. Whew, that's one in, because again I didn't check the first place that this is again been too many times off. It's all bended so that it doesn't slide in like it should be, but now at least it's in. And it's now we need to make sure everything's but hopefully this will hold in place. We just need something heavy here, and tomorrow should be all good. Yeah, and now we need to trim this. See, there's some it's like liquid nails here. On this other glue here that I can see, I can tell straight away that this has been tried to glued back in too many times. But we're just gonna use a proper glue, and we're gonna glue it the way it should be, which is not to the surface, as I said, but to concrete. So we need to just make a cut here and see actual, what is it, tiles or whatever they have here. That way then it will hold the trim and flooring still can move. Yeah, that's the tiles here. Just to be sure that this is, yeah, you can actually feel like it's kind of a gripping trim. Yeah, and all we need to do is just, well, put some heavy things and hope for the best. Let's go into the dining area. We'll fix few joints there and we're good to go. A very common problem here, or with any floating flooring, is, see, they just slide, because again they on the floor, they on the foam, and that foam is quite slippery. So when you lay floating floor over time, when you run, when you jump, you have that locking system. And again, I can see that there's been used some glue, I don't know, super glue or liquid nails, but it will never hold those bolts together. So we have to do the same thing here now. Cut the hole in the underlay, pump some glue, close them, put some heavy weight, and again, hope for the best. So we're gonna open up as much as we can and do the same thing here. We don't need as much glue as, yeah, see, that's tiled surface as well. So that's pretty much all the kitchen and all the way up to here. It's all tiled. So we don't need as much. We just do a little bit, something like this. And then see, it slides. You can even slide it with your hand. We're gluing this board to tiles, plus board together with a proper flooring glue that allows flooring to move. See, I don't have my toolbox with me, so I have to do it a very DIY way, and hopefully it will hold other boards together as well. Important one. If that's it's just it's enough, but I would probably put here like as much as you can. Yeah, we're ready. All right, we just finished at Chapel Hill. My ice hockey buddy Dave, just trying to fix his flooring. As you've seen, again, it's not the right way to do it, but at least it's, for me, the whole idea was to show you that you can do something like DIY, like in your place, because again, it's a very common problem with those floorboards are just sliding around, and it becomes a trip hazard. So at least with really basic tools, nothing professional, with a Stanley knife and a few more, you can try and fix this up. So it's a good big trick for you. So because again, I'm getting those emails and phone calls pretty much all, like every day, like, oh, I have gaps in between the floorboards, what can be done? All these floorboards sliding around. And as soon Dave told me that, well, he's got the same problem, he says, oh, I'll come over, I'll make a content and I'll explain you how to fix this all up with the basic tools, with minimal knowledge about flooring. Of course, it's not the right way to fix it. I already told that, but it is what it is. I just did it on purpose, like a DIY, like if I would have no idea what I'm doing. So thanks for watching. Give us a like if you liked it. If you have any questions, if you have same problem as we've just fixed, you can email us with photos. You can call us, and we can advise you on like how can be fixed, because again, it doesn't cost anything. So just ask in the comments if you have similar problem, how can it be fixed, so you don't spend fortune on it. And thanks for watching. we'll see you at the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. There's more to come. There's a lot more. Thank you.
See ya.